Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Corey from Corey's Tech Time, and today I am reviewing the WH-CH720Ns by Sony. So I've been having these for the last couple months, maybe closer to 3 months now, and I must say I have enjoyed these headphones overall, although there is one major flaw for me for these headphones, and I'm not sure if this is a widespread issue or if this is just a issue with my unit. However, I have seen other comments with other folks having the same issue, so I will get to that towards the end of the video. So just want to start off by quickly talking about the sound. The sound is phenomenal. I think the bass hits really hard, and I like the sound signature that Sony ended up going with for these headphones. So sound is great. Treble, mids, highs, bass. These are some really good sounding headphones. So that's that. Moving on to just the physical side of things and the comfort and just the way these look and feel. So the headphones, I like how they look. It gives me like a minimal vibe to it. Got this matte black and not too many fingerprints whatsoever, which is a plus for me. These headphones were used just about every day, so yeah, for it not to be a fingerprint magnet is a plus. I think these headphones are very comfortable. I could wear these for hours. I mean, I usually spend, when I put these on, I usually wear them for at least a couple hours, and never had any no ear or head fatigue whatsoever. So that's a huge plus as well. And yeah, I mean, I think the materials that they went with, just to make it so light, is just a win. It is like a plastic, but it's well made. It doesn't creak, and you don't really hear anything at all. So very well made headphones. I think that's an absolute win. Now, as far as what we have in terms of ports and buttons, you have the power button here, you have the Type-C charger, and you have a headphone jack there. On the right ear cup, you have the volume rocker with the Google Assistant in the middle, up and down with the volume there, and then you have like your multi-function button here. This is where you can turn on the ANC, turn on the transparency, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Or you can turn it off. And yeah, so as far as like the features, I mean, I just kind of touched on them. ANC, transparency. I like the transparency on these a lot. I think the ANC is phenomenal, but you have to make sure that these are like just like tight or like a snug fit on your head, or otherwise you might let in a little bit more noise than you would otherwise. So ANC is great, the transparency is great, and yeah, I mean the sound is great. So, and also, I mean, just the way that they look and they feel is great. So I mean, these are already off to a great start. The price is $150. I think that's a fair price. The one thing that I would say that I would like to see a little bit differently on these is if they just fold it, but I think you got to go with the higher model for that. But I mean, they fold this way, but if they would have folded in, that would have been great. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to discuss in terms of the review. And I wanted to get into the last thing, which is the major flaw for these. So I did a video on this maybe a couple months ago where the Bluetooth would just cut out and just in the middle of me playing music, and I've still experienced that, although it doesn't happen frequently, and it usually happens when I'm listening to music for like long periods of time. Now, it has happened to me within like maybe the first 30 minutes of me using them, and it's so infrequent that when it does happen, it kind of makes me mad. So it's not a deal breaker, but I think anyone that's interested in these should know that this is an issue, and I've seen this reported, and also I've seen this in comments as well. So again, not really necessarily a deal breaker, but it's something to be aware of, and hopefully this is something that Sony can fix in the near future. I mean, it's been a couple months already. There's been no updates from the Sony app, and I haven't received any updates for the headphones either. So again, these are pretty new. They came out in, I believe, March or maybe even February of this year. And yeah, so that's like the biggest thing to me. That's like something that you should definitely be aware of. The other thing too is that I wish these operated more like the Pixel Buds, like in terms of switching. So it's kind of manual, although if you do have these hooked up to two different devices, it will switch. But I have had instances where these would kind of get stuck on one device and I would have to manually shift it over to my phone. So that's like another thing, and maybe that's a bug, and that's something that Sony can fix in the near future as well. So just wanted to share my experience with these headphones. I do like them. Just that one thing with them disconnecting from my phone is kind of a big deal, but again, it's not a deal breaker, at least for me. So that's it for the video. Question, comments, feel free to leave those. And until the next one, peace.